You're listening to KYST 89.3, The Bone. And now time for South Tucson Youth Football, simulcast on AM 1400, The Ground, and on South Tucson Local Access Channel 22.
Oh, man.
It is the Corso Cup Finals. This is South Tucson Youth Football. We are live on KYST. You just heard the stinger right there. I don't need to repeat everything you just heard. I'm Brian, flying solo for the moment, but it is a big, big game here on Labor Day Monday. We hope you're enjoying your holiday. We hope you had a day off. If you didn't, apologies, but we thank you for joining us, whether you're joining us live or you're watching this on YouTube. We thank you for tuning in and checking this out. It's going to be a shorter one than normal because we only got one game, but boy, is it a big one. You're seeing it right on your screen right there. It is Burns and Crackle Mesothelioma Law Firm, a 7 seed in the tournament, taking on Ballet Bob's Dance Studio, who were an 11 seed. Just talk a little bit quick about these two teams before we get right down to the field and right down to the Muni. The two teams, the way they got to this point. Ballet Bobs, the 11 seed, coming out of the Blue Collar Conference, the BCC. They had their first ever regular season just this past season. They were one of the 4 new teams after our inaugural season. They were an 11 seed in the Midwest South Tucson Regional. They took out the 6 seed Danish Lewis Chutney House by a score of 24-21 in the first round. Made another big upset over Bully Factory Children's MMA, 24-10, that final score in the second round. In the round of 16, they took out a 15 seed, who were also on a Cinderella run themselves, Rancho Robusto, plus-sized warehouse, before taking out a 13 seed in the quarterfinals, that team being House of Guffaws Comedy Palace. In the semifinals that happened just on Friday night, they defeated Mitch's Toys and Guns by a score of 24-14. After going behind early in that game. That's how they made it here to face off for the Corso Cup and glory forever. Standing in their way are the 7 seed out of the South Tucson Regional, Burns and Crackle Mesothelioma Law Firm. The way they made it, they took out the 10 seed Francois Creperie in the opening round by a score of 14-11. A big upset in the second round, taking out the 2 seed Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash. 35-28 was that final score. It was a shootout there. They took out the first ever champions in South Tucson, You Need a Clown, as a 6 seed, 24-10 in that game. And they took out a powerhouse Welders of the Universe, who were a 13 seed due to their poor performance in the last season. But we know Welders have proven themselves, come back to play. We'll see how they'll do in the upcoming season. But Burns and Crackle were able to stop them. 27-24 was the final score. In the semifinals, they took out another 13 seed, World of Shrapnel. Score of 31-28, a very tightly contested battle. And that is how they got here, a 7 seed out of the South Tucson Regional. That's how they got the home game out of this one. So, of course, we are live in South Tucson, ready for this one. As of right now, I'm flying solo, but I would love to know from you guys in the chat who you have to pick to win to this one. Go ahead and let me know your picks. By the time I see them, I'll be able to read them off. In the meantime, let's go over to Star Watch, brought to you by Wall to Wall Salve. Don't be a salve, not be a salve. If you need an ointment, cream, or paste, better call Salve. Of course, sponsors of the number 28 Dodge Stratus, driven by Ennio Sperini in the Diddler Cup Racing Series. Ennio Sperini with 1 win on the season. And, of course, we just had our big race at Parts Unknown Raceway last night. That should be up on YouTube soon enough. A little behind on that. I'll get to that this week. But let's go ahead and Star Watch, starting with Burns and Crackle Mesothelioma Law Firm, who we see right in the front, dead center, their quarterback. If they succeed, it's going to be because of their quarterback, Teddy Graham. Over on the left side, that is their running back. A 2-pronged attack there. Masterpiece Theater, the running back. Not pictured is their 3rd star player, that, of course, being defensive lineman. He doesn't like to stand for photos. He just likes to be no-nonsense, ready for business. Haas Manatee. And, of course, on the other side of that football is the team known as Ballet Bob's Dance Studio. And we have 3 stars for you there. Let's go right to left on that one. Outside linebacker, Lady Samantha. In the middle there is wide receiver, star wide receiver, Furious Cheese Plate. And if there is any sort of success for Ballet Bobs, it's going to be through their running back, Alabaster Codpiece. Alabaster Codpiece, Furious Cheese Plate, and Lady Samantha. So we'd like to know who you guys have picked for this one. That'd be great to know. You can go ahead and let us know in the chat who you have picked to win this one. And I don't know if I'm joined by anybody just yet. Not at the moment, but, you know, give it time. And, of course, we have Lee Corso, who is strapped to a chair, which is also strapped to the Corso Cup, which is also strapped to a NASCAR pace car that's also on fire. And this does not seem safe, but that is our pre-game entertainment there, driving the flaming car with Lee Corso tied to this trophy and the chair and the car off the field. Best we not see that. That's potentially a man being set ablaze and self-immolating, and, you know, that's not good television, so let's just keep it off there. Like that we're split on the picks, so I think it's no better time to say, let's go down to the Muni. For one more time, here in the Corso Cup, we can say you are looking live at Municipal Field number 119 in downtown South Tucson, Arizona. It's pretty gray, it's pretty overcast, certainly signifying the end of summer. And for these kids, the boys of fall, as they like to be called by, well, Kenny Chesney and really no one else, it is time to say goodbye to summer vacation. Labor Day Monday, school starting tomorrow, but these kids want to go to school knowing that they won the Corso Cup. Only one set of kids can, but both will certainly lose every ounce of summer vacation. It's a cruel mistress, but it is the Corso Cup, and it is glory forever in the town of South Tucson. Burns and Crackle starting things off there in the black home jerseys with black helmets and white pants. Moving right to left on your radio dial here on KYST 89.3 FM The Bone, AM 1400 The Growler, and you're watching us simulcast live on South Tucson Local Access Channel number 22. Oh, man. Here's Teddy Graham, stopped for no gain on 3rd and 2. That's what he brings up right now. Lady Samantha with that tackle. And a good opening drive is going to be just very important to keep the crowd into it. And that's Teddy Graham going for a first down and then some, 16 yards. First down, Burns and Crackle. They convert their first down of the game, and Teddy Graham, legs are moving. Trouble bringing him down. Out of the shotgun formation, good blocking, upending a lot of players, and takes it himself, takes a big hit, but gets 15 yards on that one, down to the 25-yard line. He read the play well, that kid. And he ran right into that defender, just trucked him, but still enough to stop and spot the football on the, they're going to give him on the 26-yard line, but still a 15-yard gain for Teddy Graham. He's been the single most effective person on this offense. Going to hand it off to Masterpiece Theater. He'll get 5 yards on that one. 2nd and 5, brought down. Just left to center. And Burns and Crackle, Mesothelioma Law Firm, they are coming out strong from the get-go on this opening drive. They love to get a score. They're just a little outside of field goal range right now, but you know they're not thinking about that too much. That's Masterpiece Theater for another 5-yard gain. They're going to spot him just short of the first down marker, so maybe another quick punch up the middle just to move the chains. But again, we're seeing Teddy Graham out of that shotgun formation. They like it. They're handing it off. It's the backup running back, Jonathan Weddle, 14 yards, tackled just short of the end zone. Down to the 2. 1st and goal for Burns and Crackle, and this is why they have made it this far in this tournament. Handing it off to the halfback, Ed Parrish, only gets a yard. 2nd and goal from the 1 now.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
And Burns and Crackle got to like their spot. They may even think about going for it on 4th, because if they don't convert, they just push Ballet Bob so far back, but no matter there. Teddy Graham, touchdown, Burns and Crackle on the opening drive. About half of the first quarter in the books, and it's a touchdown. Teddy Graham has shown there is no stopping him right now. Extra point is good. It's 7-0. Burns and Crackle have made a statement by coming downfield and scoring on the opening drive. Let's see how their defense can hold up to Ballet Bob's dance studio. Blair Maynard, 18-yard return on the kickoff. And Ballet Bob's will start things off from the 34-yard line. Alabaster Codpiece, another star wide running back for Ballet Bob's, gets 4 yards on that starting first play from scrimmage. And a nice pass up the middle, a short one. Chip Brigham, 9-yard catch. And Ballet Bob's, we're seeing a little bit more of a mixed bag of offense here. Not necessarily a bad thing. There's Alabaster Codpiece getting 5, 2nd and 5. And the clock continues to run. Of course, 1:45 left to go in the first quarter. Big drop back by the quarterback for Ballet Bob's. Crowder misses the throw, a little off target. He had a sideline route, but I think he overthrew it, and maybe the receiver was open just a little late on that one. 3rd and 5, handing it off. Codpiece gets the first down, 6 yards. 1st and 10 for Ballet Bob's. They're already into the Burns and Crackle half of the field, taking their time. Might see a bit of a low scoring. Might see high success rates in the drives. We might see low scoring as these two teams like to kill some clock. Here's Crowder taking it for another first down. 12 yards, no question on that one. 12 yards will get him another first down and move him down to the 32-yard line. Hi, Ben. Loss of 2 on that one for Alabaster Codpiece. Jeremiah Frank with the first tackle of the game for a loss. And 2nd and 12 on the 33-yard line for Ballet Bob's. Crowder given some time. Good blocking from his halfback. And he's going to take it himself. 13 yards.
Gain of 13 yards. First down.
I don't know what the hell is happening with my neighbors, but alright. No, I haven't heard that. That sounded loud on my end. Do we have another guest in studio? He wasn't talking. His mic wasn't working before.
Hear you.
There you go.
Discord. You just Discord on Discord.
That makes it 1st and goal.
That's okay, because Brody Crowder passing again. He's only 2 for 3. Only throwing it 3 times. They're 1st and goal already. Glad you joined us for watching a bunch of kids get hurt.
Watching the CTE Cup here live on WPASCO.
Close enough. The Corso Cup, KYST.
Sorry, I am watching a separate stream right now.
Oh, okay. You got our sister station. You're one of our
Yes.
affiliates, aren't you?
Yes, safe from
Okay.
El Paso, Texas.
El Paso, got it. That's
Yes,
amazing that they have that many letters in their call signal. But anyway, Ballet Bob's with a touchdown, and the extra point will tie things up at the end of the first quarter. It is tied at 7 apiece.
And in the Ultimate Frisbee Championships, it is Queer Doesn't Make the World Work versus I'm Dead Now So People Don't Question My Legacy.
What was that second team?
Dying. I don't know. I already forgot.
That's fine. I legitimately didn't hear it. I wasn't trying to call you out on that one. I just didn't hear you. But okay. I heard something about not killing my legacy.
Ultimate Frisbee, of course, the Ultimate Warrior. And you just toss it around, hang it out.
The Ultimate Frisbee Warrior?
Yeah, it's Ultimate Frisbee Warrior. The greatest idea ever.
Okay, well, Burns and Crackle starting things off. We'll start things off in the second quarter. That is Neil Wall with a catch for 4 yards, 2nd and 6. Oh God, Ultimate. Have you ever watched if you ever tried to watch they televise Ultimate Frisbee?
Yeah, when they did the Ocho thing.
Did they do that? Because you can watch it on ESPN.
That was one of them.
I saw it when I was looking at what was on Watch ESPN. I was like, okay, there's Ultimate Frisbee, and I'm like, I do not want to watch that.
You know what's legitimately insane?
Please.
Drone racing.
What? Drone racing is fun for a bit.
But it's like, I don't need to see him do it for an hour, but for about 20 minutes, it's like, this is insane.
And you can tell it takes a lot of talent. It's not easy.
Yeah, I don't know how that's I don't know, who could think that quick?
Yeah, it's nuts. Was that part of the Ocho thing? Because I feel like I missed so much of the Ocho when ESPNU became the Ocho for August 8th, which should be a thing they always do every year.
It should be a thing they do every day.
I mean, they should just add another channel. But here's the thing: they showed a bunch of old stuff that I know I've seen some of these things. I want the stuff that is never going to be aired on ESPN ever, because you know what? We've seen arm wrestling on ESPN, and it's insane. And it was insane when they showed it. But come on.
That's what ESPN is built on. The outdoor games was always the best.
Yeah, I want to see the caber toss. I want to see the Scottish games.
I mean, obviously the World's Strongest Man is still the funnest. I catch World's Strongest Man on TV. Guess what I'm doing for the next hour?
The what is?
The World's Strongest Man.
Oh, World's Strongest. Well, that's the old school stuff. Yeah, the old school stuff's fun. The new stuff is whatever. I feel like you need the 80s version stuff. Here's Teddy Graham, 20 yards, 1st and 10, inside the red zone once more for Burns and Crackle. No, the World's Strongest Man is fantastic, but you need the 80s era stuff.
Well, yeah, it's kind of every event was based on clearly what they found 10 minutes before the event started.
Yeah, it's hey, we got a couple of models. All right, put them on one of those lifts and have the dude squat them.
And now we're going to do the Move the Car contest. That's every event seems like the guy they did not plan
yeah.
And now pick up that rock and see if you can move it on top of that rock. Ooh.
Yeah, it's you know the move the car the move the car challenge. That it was weird that the time limit was suspiciously the same as the time he had left on the meter, so he didn't have to pay the meter. So just move my car for me. It's wait a minute. All right, he's got about 15 minutes. Let's see, where's that line on the meter? That's about let's say 17 minutes to move that car before I get a ticket. And go. All right, sorry, Bjorn from Iceland.
It's there was a controversial throw my ex-wife's stuff out the window challenge that.
Oh my God, maybe the World's Strongest Man was just a bunch of dudes who just needed to move. They just needed to move.
It's just one man's petty quest to get revenge.
Hold on, when did the World's Strongest Man start, and did ESPN move offices around the same time?
Late 70s.
That might be a thing. We missed a field goal by Burns and Crackle. They shanked that one just barely right, so Ballet Bob get a break.
I think it was a syndicated deal, though. I think it was a deal where they would pay.
CBS, right?
Now it's on CBS, yeah.
Okay.
It was an ESPN2 special for years. And one of these as a kid, back when I still channel flip whatever, and as a kid, on a Sunday afternoon, World's Strongest Man was on. Me and my dad, yes, these guys are gonna pick up these heavy things.
We're gonna do this, yeah.
Did I ever tell you my CrossFit story?
Oh, if you're telling it to me, I know it's gonna be good.
Okay, it's not crazy. Okay. So the HR, whenever someone from the office at work comes to my work, I'm always very quiet, oh, hello, how's it going? Because I don't need to. I don't rock the boat. I just want to be left alone.
Yeah.
My hair, I have hair down to my shoulders, and I'm growing a beard. The less they see me, the better. So the HR guy's in, and a CrossFit place opened up down the street. And the HR guy's like, "Oh, how's it going?" I'm like, "Oh, good." And he's talking about CrossFit. He goes, "Oh, CrossFit, that's really impressive. I was watching the CrossFit Games. I'm like, oh man, the world's strongest man. Anyone can lift a thing like that." And I was just like, "No, it's stupid." And I just had to cover my mouth.
Anyone can lift a thing like that.
Okay, he was more impressed by CrossFit, and I got legit mad. And I was just like, I guess this is just, I'm risking my job. I guess I'm just gonna be the kid who gets
that is the hill. The world's strongest man was the hill you chose to die on.
You can do 1,000 crunches. I don't give a crap if you don't pick up an Atlas stone.
Yeah, you better. And it's not picking up the Atlas stone; it's placing it on the pedestal. That was where everyone had the trouble.
There was a period where we would just walk around like it's like you do the Atlas Stone walk with just not heavy things. It was just one of the funniest
Oh my
things.
god, it's like a waddle. It's a waddle, isn't it? Like you have to bear hug the thing, and then you're basically like in a squat, kind of walking like when Homer had rickets. In that one episode, the Who Shot Mr. Burns episode, when they blocked the sun out. It's a very specific,
not
specific reference, but I don't care. And right now we're seeing Ballet Bobs tackle short for the first down marker, 3rd and 3. They've been moving downfield pretty well. I say that because I have no idea how they got all the way down to the 27-yard line. I wasn't paying attention. And Brody Crowder, big drop back, has a wide receiver wide open just over the first down marker. Hassan McMillan, 19-yard catch inside the 10. They're down to the 8. 1st and goal. Hassan McMillan, a nice Arab-Irish family.
You know,
like you do. I love the games like just random. Yeah. And Brody Crowder going to take it himself. Takes a big cut, gets in, touchdown, Ballet Bobs. They take the lead for the first time with 1:25 left to go in the first half of play. Here comes the extra point. It's 13-7 right now. You can see there's a defender who's just like watching him. It's like, oh, he's going to run right into me. And he sees him cut. He goes, wait, he can do that? And just starts chasing. That's basically how I see that. That's amazing. These kids are dumb as hell.
That sweet South Tucson tang.
Yeah, that's the Tucsonade. It just makes them dumb as hell. Makes them strong and dumb as hell. And not give a shit about missing summer vacation, which all of these kids have.
Spiked with horse Ritalin.
Oh, spiked. It's it's like the second ingredient if you read the label. It's like the first one, steroids, then horse Ritalin, then steroids again.
It just says steroids again. It doesn't say that's
That's Tucsonade. It's basically steroids. And nice opening pass to Tristan Spurlock to start things off. Teddy Graham only thrown the ball 5 times. Connected twice for 12 yards. He's opted to run it, and that's where he's been the most successful, but maybe need to vary up the game. But he's going to run, go back to it again, slides! Not going to tell me how far he got there, but okay. Let's see, line of scrimmage looks like it's about there. Let's see, that's about 5, 10, 15. I'm going to give him about 17, 18 on that one. That's a guess. They're down to the 36. Now, World's Strongest Man was great. What else was like... I miss like some of those more stuff like that on ESPN. I always get excited whenever I see like some sort of martial arts, but more often than not, it's like demonstrations. Like I don't want to see, I want to see someone do the demonstration stuff against other people doing the demonstration stuff until someone's knocked out from it.
I know. They've started like bag toss is a thing they're starting to air.
You mean cornhole? Let's just call it cornhole, even though we can't call it that on cable TV.
I'm not gonna call it cornhole.
That's what it's called, though.
I don't care.
Is it not called cornhole? I'm being honest.
I don't care if a butthole's called a sphincter. It's still a butthole.
Okay.
A
butthole could also be called a cornhole.
Exactly. It's a butthole. Fine. They're playing butthole.
They're playing butthole. They're playing rectum.
Like,
I just love it. It's like, hey, you guys want to? Hey, we're gonna have people over from my backyard for a barbecue, grill up some ribs, burgers, hot dogs. Gonna play some anus. Excuse me.
I'm like legitimately surprised they don't do like World Series of beer pong. Like it exists. I don't know. I've watched a documentary about it. It looks crazy.
I know it exists.
Like why isn't that on TV?
It happens in Vegas because of course it does. I know this exists because I know there's a casino in Vegas where you can basically play beer pong.
And then there's a separate World Series of Beirut, which is by people who are just pedantic assholes. Like it's the same fuck. Just
there's
like, oh, actually it's Beirut. Like I don't care.
You know
what? It's the thing with the cups. You know what I mean.
Is there not? Are they not 2 different games?
No, it's the same thing.
Okay, no, because I just assume that there is like some variation where it's like, all right, if you're playing this, because we just used it interchangeably. No one was like, oh, it's this or it's that. It's like some people called it one, some people called it the other, and no one really questioned it. Teddy Graham will be back. He's down with an abdominal strain, but they're going to kick a field goal, 4th and 14. This might be a bit of a stretch.
I believe Beirut is the standard one up here.
But if you said beer pong, no one's going to be like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
No one's going to be like, you're pretentious if you call it Beirut. It's like, okay, fine. No one's unless you're correcting someone, then you're a dick.
Then you're just a drunk.
Yeah.
Like, actually, this game I play where I threw this ball in the cups. No one ever plays it real. That's my favorite part. It's just like, it's just the water.
Like, to hawk their merch at 7-Eleven for 2 years. Good lord. Oh, that's awful. I'm like, I know, because like they had cornhole or bags. They called it bags.
Oh,
that still sounds
gayer than calling it butthole.
That's not much better. Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, almost picked off. Brody Crowder throwing it deep at the end of the half. And that is going to be it for the first half of play in this Corso Cup final. It is Ballet Bob's Dance Studio 14, Burns and Crackle Mesothelioma Law Firm 10. And of course, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Nissan. Be sure to test drive the all-new 2018 Laugh Finder when it comes out this fall. But we are stuck with all these 2017s. Please go buy one. They comfortably fit 8. They uncomfortably fit in our lot because we need to make room for the 2018s. Also, thanks to all of our local sponsors around the beautiful town of South Tucson. I don't know why this thing is not loading. May just be picking one at random if this thing does not load anytime soon. What is happening here? Let's go ahead and end that. There we go. I don't want to do that one. That one's not fun. Farmville drugs. Farmville was a game you used to play, and it was a nice pun with a drugstore. I like that we're really seeing this one. Come on, big money, big money. You know, Ben.
Yes.
I'd like to talk to you for a second about, I'm saying this before, Rodney's kick-ass claims adjusters.
Rodney's kick-ass claim adjuster. Yeah, his claims kick ass.
Don't they? He is so good at adjusting claims. Like, you know, if I ever make a claim, I know I'm gonna fuck it up. It's gonna be wrong, and he's gonna adjust the shit out of my claim. You know why? Because Rodney's kick-ass.
I asked him to adjust a claim, and he took off his sunglasses, and then underneath them was another pair of sunglasses. And then he broke those sunglasses, and while he was doing that, everything got adjusted.
He's so cool. I mean, he's just so
cool.
Like, it's just not fair how cool and how kick-ass Rodney is, and how kick-ass his claims adjusting is.
Yeah, that's why he still hangs out down by the high school.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, all the kids in the high school think that he's so cool. He's just like, hey, you need a claim adjusted? No? All right, what are you doing later? And just no one questions it because he's so cool.
Yeah, and he's 37. He can rent a car.
I know, right? He just buys him beer. He's just like, you know what? That's fine. I think kids are responsible. I'll buy you beer.
He's so cool. When he moved in, he introduced himself to me. He didn't have to do that. I mean, legally he did, but he didn't.
Illegally he did, but you know, we got to pick from Burns and Crackle.
You don't have to be so kick-ass about it.
But he's so cool. That's Rodney's kick-ass claims justice. We're back to the game.
Really cool.
Yeah, he's really cool and he's required by the state to tell you that he moved in. We got a pick and a drink. A face mask on the interception return. Burns and Crackle have forced a turnover to start the half, and they are in prime position to take the lead. They're down by 4 on the 25-yard line. Teddy Graham going to take off running. He's got the wide left angle. And first play, touchdown, Burns and Crackle. They take the lead through a 25-yard run by the quarterback, Teddy Graham. That's his second touchdown here in this game.
He will not be broken.
No, you can't break his legs off and dunk him in milk.
No, you can't you can't make the voice, oh no, help me. No, you will be dead. What?
I remember doing that with EL fudge cookies and making someone laugh hysterically. I was like, you're going to talk. No, I'm not going to say anything. And I dunk it in and I go, you son of a bitch.
And then they asked you to leave the office for the day.
Yeah, I did that in college, by the way. I didn't do that like at a younger age. I did that in college. Furious cheese play with the return for 21 yards. Ballet Bobs find themselves behind again, this time by a field goal, 4:21 left in the third quarter.
I used to pick, like, any type of food. I would randomly pick it. And then when I got down to the last one, I'd go like, today's your lucky day. I just would throw it away instead of eating it. Because in my head, like, I knew it wasn't real, but I'm like, especially like gummy bears or whatever.
Just watched all his friends die in a horrific manner.
He's like, tell everyone what you saw here today.
I'm leaving you alive to tell the others.
Tell the story.
Fuck.
I was a weird.
Just out of the hands. He had a receiver going for the diving catch. He had space between him and the defender. Just overthrown by a couple of yards. Unfortunate. 3rd and 10 for Brody Crowder out of the shotgun. He had a huge play downfield. They just need to go 10 right now. They're going to throw it deep, and it's caught wide open. Got a block, and William Alford, a 62-yard catch. Touchdown, Ballet Bobs. They immediately come back. We have seen an absolute different half here. High scoring, and it's a shootout. We might have a big shootout here at the Muni. They answer the answer immediately.
That guy just ran no coverage.
Number 7, back to return.
The extra point. It's a good extra point.
It is. It's good. And it is 21-17. Burns and Crackle find themselves behind yet again.
This is where boys become slightly older boys.
It is. Missing, I don't care. These kids 11, 12, 13, they may like summer vacation. They may like going on trips with their parents. They may not like having their parents leave for summer vacation without them and just say, hey, we left a pack of hot dogs unfrozen, thawing in the sink. You can figure it out for a couple of weeks. But you know what? That's what builds character. It's what turns them into kids with grit. And that is, you know what it also builds, Ben?
Muscles.
And intangibles. These are where intangibles are grown. They're not grown on trees because they're intangibles. They're not actual tangible things.
That French, I don't know how to say it. I don't know, the French call it, I don't know what.
Exactly. Teddy Graham rushing for a first down. The offense is going entirely through Teddy Graham. It does not seem to be bothered by that ab injury he had earlier in the game. 3:51 to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10.
A coal under pressure becomes a diamond, and remember, diamonds are forever, but so is hepatitis.
Some strains of hepatitis. We're not gonna go ahead and say all of them. Just some. The ones that you should be worried about are forever. That is true.
All of them.
We started this tournament on July 15th. Summer vacation completely ruined for these teams, but glory will live on forever for one of them. The others will have to live with the shame.
Hepatitis.
And hepatitis. They'll have to live with the shame of hepatitis.
We will forcibly inject all the losing kids with a very aggressive form of hepatitis D.
And we'd like to thank our sponsors, 3rd Street Secondhand Medical Supplies, for providing that hepatitis and the rusty needles that will most likely be administered to the kids.
And if your kids are vaccinated, it wouldn't be a problem, South Tucson.
Yeah, that's a bit of a subject, isn't it? They get vaccinated with mostly just gravy and cholesterol. It's weird. I don't understand it.
They get the diabetes vaccine, which is of course just injecting them with diabetes.
That way they can eat and not matter because they already got it. It's like how it works. It's herd immunity in the sense that they treat them like a herd of cattle. And Teddy Graham throwing it up the middle gets 2 yards by Khalif Tatum. 2nd and 8, but they are in the red zone. Burns and Crackle ready to take the lead again with a touchdown. Rima Taylor with the tackle. Been busy. 6 tackles so far for that kid. Out of the shotgun yet again. Faking the handoff. Teddy Graham tackled short. Gets 4 yards on that one. 3rd and 3. They are well within reach of a field goal, but they want to take the lead back from Ballet Bobs with a touchdown. 2:03, 2:02, and counting left in the half. Oh no. Fakes the handoff to nobody. Oh, and Teddy Graham just gets hammered. I think he had a bit of a stroke. Maybe that's what the diabetes vaccines do to these kids.
Billy Squire.
Absolutely stroking.
That was hilarious.
It happens quite a bit. It's fine. You just watch a kid just get hammered when he's completely prone like that. 4th and 7. They're going to force the kick, the field goal. They get it. They're down by 1.
Probably should have gone for a touchdown.
We got a situation where Burns and Crackle may have to be going for a 2-point conversion if they find themselves in the end zone yet again. Oh, a flag on the play. That's going to move it 15 more yards. Everybody take a drink. Let them know what you're drinking tonight here for our celebratory Corso Cup finals.
Clamato.
Still first down.
I saw that we cracked open a bottle of bubbly Clamato. It was, I thought it was mixed with champagne. No, it's just Clamato that they just run through one of those soda streams repeatedly until they force-fed it bubbles.
That's good Clamato.
Okay, well, we drank anyway because of flag. It wasn't a face mask. Oh, well, it was holding. But nonetheless, we drank anyway. I have stale champagne. It is incredibly stale. So stale that it was in a bottle called kosher apple juice for Passover. And I just, I hit it with a stick blender until I berated it enough to maybe be something like bubbly. I'm drinking kosher apple juice, okay? I'm just letting me have my life. Someone's drinking Tucson beef stock, one of the new flavors of Tucson. Clarified butter? All right. You guys are more creative than I am right now.
That's butter that knows about the Illuminati.
Yeah, that's clarified butter. It's woke butter.
That's truther butter. Woke butter.
Woke butter.
And woke butter's just margarine.
Someone just grab me. I can't believe it's not butter, but I can believe that the Illuminati are controlling our government waves. Give me a bottle of Tucson Woke, the new woke flavor. Tucson milk is Tucson that was injected into the into the udder of a cow and then milked. Nice. I wonder if that would work. Why am I wondering that? I don't want to wonder. I don't want to know if that would work or not. Woke Butter, the official sponsor of South Wisconsin youth football. There you go. South Sheboygan, I think, is really, we're going to get down to the city of it. Here's Crowder. Oh, coughs it up. Turnover. Fumble, and he's running. Is this going to be, he's going to take it to the house. A bunch of unnecessary jukes, but it is a touchdown for Burns and Crackle off the turnover.
Oh, dang.
Carlos Marquardt with the fumble recovery. And Burns and Crackle have taken a 5-point lead. You got to imagine they're going to go for 2 on this one, make it a 7-point lead potentially. 6 does nothing for them. But Burns and Crackle have taken the lead yet again. It's been an exciting third quarter. 36 seconds ago, they are in fact going for it. You can see they're lining up in the shotgun formation. Maybe Teddy Graham taking it himself. Looking for an option. He's going to take it. Throwing it. Founds a receiver. It's Khalif Tatum. The 2-point conversion is good. It is a 7-point game yet again, and this has made it very interesting. Well, this third quarter has been flying by. The action has been hot, heavy, and intense. Because I needed at least one word that didn't sound like it was going to be kind of gross. Let's see what Ballet Bobs can do. 32 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And a flag on the play.
Personal foul.
Everybody take a drink. I'm going to take a drink of my Tucson Woke. And now I believe that Stevie Wonder was never blind.
Because he isn't.
He's not. Everyone gets one they can believe, and I believe that one. Nonetheless, this is very much so a tight game, a one-score game.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
And it's 2nd and 7. Burns and Crackle coming up big with their defensive line on that one. They made the stop for only a 3-yard gain. I don't think we've seen a single punt in this game.
I think
We saw one. Yeah, we saw. No, because there was a turnover, I think, on 4th.
I've never seen a punt here, and I always leave the room. I don't believe they exist. It's like dinosaurs.
Fair enough. Well, we head into the 4th quarter of the Corso Cup final, a 7-point game. Ballet Bob's School of Dance on the 40-yard line. It is 3rd down and short. They're going to be stopped at 4th and 2. And they're going to have to go for it. It is too far to punt, or too far for a field goal, too close to punt. They're going to go for it here at the start of the 4th quarter. This is with conviction. They hand it off. It is stopped, and a turnover on downs. Alabaster codpiece. They read that perfectly and brought him down for a loss of 2. Burns and Crackle have regained the football on the 43-yard line. It is a huge, huge play. and one that could have basically won them the Corso Cup potentially. A lot of football to play, but now it's clock management. Yeah, it's still a lot of time to play, but we are going to start seeing them take the air out of that football, running it up the middle, forcing some timeouts out of Burns and Crackle. Nothing yet, of course. Still 4:33 to go. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. This is where coaching comes into being a factor. Teddy Graham, 4 yards on that one, 3rd and 7.
That makes it 3rd and 7.
Can Burns and Crackle win a huge honor by being the first ever Corso Cup champions?
Remember, you can't play not to lose. That has never worked out in the history of sports.
That is true. Teddy Graham just rushing for 17 yards, getting the first down. And I think they'd be happy to keep the possession of this football for the next 4 minutes and 2 seconds. But, I mean, you can't just focus on that. That's got to be a side effect of what you're doing, which is moving the football down the field. And you know what? If you got a chance to score, you got to do it.
What's up, Matt Ryan?
But we are looking at, and Burns and Crackle, they get 8 yards, 2nd and 2. They're going to happily take that one. Burns and Crackle not really been movers and shakers in the regular season. They went 5-5 in the first ever season of South Tucson. They went 6-5, and they lost to Crambler's House of Gags and Actual Items in the BSB, the Big Small Business Conference championship game. So they missed out on the playoffs by that way. They made it up for their fans in a big way by making it this far. We don't want to start crowning them just yet. 3:15 to go. They are taking time off this clock. The play clock is down to under 20 seconds. They will get it under 3 minutes left to go in this game. 1st and 10. But that's the thing. You're not playing just to save to not lose, but you're going to do everything you can to keep the football for as much time, Ben. And I think that's absolutely that's a smart decision. That's not playing to lose. Great pitch play by Teddy Graham. They're going to get another first down, and they are tackled at the inside. It looks like inside the 15. 13 yards for Buster Bergstrand. What a name for that kid. That kid gets beaten up in school. You know he does.
Oh, 100%.
But will he get beaten up and congratulated at the same time for possibly being a Corso Cup winner? And the momentum it gives them going into the regular season, which starts at the end of September. So that's not a lot of time for these kids to prep for the regular season. A grueling 10-game regular season. And you can see that clock is burning down to 2:15, I think, when they'll snap it, maybe just under. All 3 timeouts left for Ballet Bobs. They might have to start using them soon. But Teddy Graham, he is brought down. Oh, no, and there's a face mask. It's going to be a face mask.
Face mask.
That gives them the football even closer and a first down. So Burns and Crackle are basically being gifted this championship. I don't know. Ballet Bobs have to force a fumble or some sort of a turnover now. It's down to the 3
What
yard
asshole ref does that call right there?
I mean, you saw him reach in. It's pretty easy.
Oh, there's a penalty on every play. He was just trying to, give him one of those, pat on the side. Like, hey, buddy, I'm with you, brother.
But 1st and goal, everyone taking a drink on that one. I see you're already conspiring, thinking that the fix was in against Ballet Bobs. Teddy Graham stopped at the line of scrimmage. He's going to get a loss of 2 on that one, actually.
A loss of 2 yards on the play. That brings up 2nd and goal.
Second timeout called by Ballet Bobs. 3rd and goal. Minute 39 to go. We've seen some comebacks before of this nature, but I gotta say 2 touchdowns may be tough. They're gonna stop them for a loss of 3. They go for the pitch play. They're kicking a field goal, but and they use their last timeout. So Ballet Bobs are out of timeouts. They have to get a touchdown at least. The field goal attempt is up and good. It is a 10-point game with 93 seconds to go. Can Burns and Crackle hold on, or can Ballet Bobs somehow score 10 points in just about a minute and a half? Alabaster Codpiece is going to get him up to the 40. to start things off.
Does Tom Brady play for the dance?
No, that is Brody Crowder.
And they will not be winning.
Okay. Well, we saw for the very first time, as far as I can remember, an onside kick recovered here in the Corso Cup. Brody Crowder going to air it out. Oh, overthrown, out of bounds. 2nd and 10, but that's smart. It stops the clock. Incomplete passes. 84 seconds to go. We'd like to thank you all for joining us here. If you are watching us live on Twitch or even maybe on Smashcast, probably on Twitch. I think everyone's watching on Twitch right now. That's fine. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching us on YouTube, we thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching all the Corso Cup action. And that is a sack by Burns and Crackle, 3rd and 16, and that's going to keep the clock running. That is problematic for Ballet Bobs. 70 seconds and down. And they're going to just bat that one down, 4th and 16. Billy McDougal with the deflection there. That could be the play that forces this game to end. Ballet Bobs are out of timeouts. They're 4th and 16. This is what the game hinges on. They want a shot at the championship. They need to make this play. Oh, it's batted, knocked out of the air. He could not hold on to it. Number 12, it's probably best we don't show that kid's name, the back of his jersey. Oh, no, it's Brigham.
He'll be the kid with hepatitis.
It's Brigham. 61 seconds to go. Burns and Crackle have saved this game. They're going to just happily kneel this one out and let the clock run down. They will be the Corso Cup winners. A score of 31-21. They have done it as a 7 seed. They have brought glory to the Big Small Business Conference, a conference that has not seen a lot of success in the first 2 regular seasons. They have brought a trophy back to that conference, and they have done it. Burns and Crackle. Teddy Graham, your team, your MVP, you gotta say. There you see Teddy Graham. Look at that. 23 carries for 187 yards, 2 touchdowns. What a game. Burns and Crackle, your Corso Cup champions. They have lost all summer vacation, but you know what, so have Ballet Bobs, but at least Ballet Bobs didn't get a trophy out of it. Burns and Crackle have. Ben, your thoughts before we call it a night?
Well, I feel strongly for these children who are subjected to violent sports, but I feel more strongly about how much I love watching children hurt each other.
And that is why, starting on the weekend of September 30th, that will be the start of the next regular season, the 3rd regular season of South Tucson Youth Football. We'll have the schedules up for you soon. We're still working on the non-conference schedule in the sense that I still got to figure that part out.
Hook it to my veins!
What?
Hook it to my vein.
Okay. But that will get started at the end of the month. That will be September 30th, I believe. That's the Saturday. So around that time will be when South Tucson's fall season, the 2017-2018 season, kicks off, where 60 teams will do battle, but only 12 can make it to the playoffs, and 1 will be crowned champion. Thank you so much to Ben Pasco for joining me. Thank you all for watching us. This has been the Corso Cup. Burns and Crackle Mesothelioma Law Firm are your champions. This has been South Tucson on KYST. Let's go ahead and play the stinger.
You're listening to KYST 89.3, The Bowl. The Bowl. And now time for South Tucson Youth Football. Simulcast on AM 1400, The Growler. And on South Tucson Local Access Channel 22.
Oh, man.
So huge thanks to Roll Fizzleby for making that stinger. It's amazing. I love it. I can't wait to use it all through the regular season. Thanks to Ben. Thanks to Will. Thanks to Slate Blankenship, SCXCR, who's joined me for some of these games. I think RJ's joined me for some of them. Thanks to everyone who's joined me for any of these. I know Kyle has for a little bit. Thanks to y'all for watching. This has been the Corso Cup. We'll see you next time. Diddler Cup during the week. Good night from South Tucson.